When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you got it right. Body with a skin polite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm tryna go good tonight. Hoes ain't hope she's left or right. I just wanna live in a fantasy.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tatiana, and today I'm back with another video. Before we get this video started, you guys, make sure you go subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. By the title of this video, you guys know that I am going to be dropping with you 28 ways that you can practice self-care and just love on yourself any month, but especially this month, with it being February, love month, the only month that has only 28 days in it. But before we get fully into this video, you guys know I gotta hit you with the verse of the day. So the verse of the day is coming to you guys from 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 7, and it says, "But as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded." And when I was listening to that, basically they were just explaining that sometimes we feel like we are planting seeds, insert however you might be planting seeds in a relationship, maybe in your growth in your career, like planting seeds with other people, just however you are planting those seeds. And we feel like the work that we're doing is going unnoticed. We feel like the work that we're doing is basically a waste. We might be trying to have good hearts toward people and they might not be treating us so good. So we feel like our acts of kindness or just our good behavior, which would be pleasing to the Lord, is a waste of time because we want to get back at them people the way that they are getting to us. But God's word instructs us to just continue in our good works, continue to have faith in the things that we are doing, continue to have faith that our seeds will drop on good ground, because none of our work will be wasted and it will all be rewarded. So I don't know who that was a word for, baby, but that was definitely a word for me. Okay, so you guys know what I always say, God is amazing. Get some Jesus in your life. So let's go ahead and get into this video, you guys. I'm excited to be sharing, and I have my phone this time because I decided to list everything here on my phone, because we always have our phone, right? So what better way to have that list on your phone than a physical notebook? Self-care is definitely something that as a mom and as a wife, I am trying to work on. In my past years, I feel like I have lost myself in the titles that I've been given as a wife and a mom. So I want to start just implementing more self-care, more self-love, more things to make me feel like the woman that I am as Tatiana, and not just feeling like I'm giving and giving to everybody else, giving to my kids, giving, to my husband, giving to whoever else that I'm around that I can give myself to. Because what do they say? You have to be able to give from something. And if you're just giving and pouring and not filling up yourself, then you're just gonna run yourself dry. And so that's why self-love is super important. You gotta make sure that you feel loved yourself the way that you try and make other people feel loved. So let's go ahead and get into these 28 days that I have saved in my phone. And I broke them up in different categories that can fit for a mom, a wife, maybe a wife who has kids, or maybe a mom who is single, or maybe the woman who is not a wife or a mom. Like, these are all different self-care tips that women in general can implement in their lives. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this video. So the first category that I have is mind and emotional well-being. So the first thing, and these are literally in no specific order, but I love that I put this first because this is something that I feel like everybody needs to do. Wake up 15 minutes earlier, enjoy a quiet moment to yourself, whether that's just meditating or praying or reading the word or reading some type of motivational book. I feel like there's so much craziness in the world, and life in general can bring about things that might, disrupt our plans that we have for our life, even if it just comes down to like something that just made our peace feel disturbed. Waking up in the morning and just setting that tone for your day literally can change the whole trajectory of how your day goes. Number 2, daily affirmations. That is the best, I feel like, form of self-love that you can give to yourself, because sometimes people don't know how to pour into you with their words, and sometimes with situations that go on in life, it can cause for you to feel a little discouraged or just a little down, or like not as motivated as you would like to be. So saying daily affirmation, the power of life and death lies in the tongue. So speaking positivity over what it is that you want, speaking positivity to yourself over your life, I feel like that is like one of the best forms of self-care. And it's free. We cannot rely on other people to speak life and fill us up with their words, but we can definitely rely on ourselves to do that for ourselves. Starting a gratitude journal, I love that form of self-care because it allows for you to put in perspective the things that you have to be grateful for. I feel like that helps you to just honor where you are now until God gets you to that next level that you want to be. Ooh, setting boundaries. This was a huge one for me. Setting boundaries, and I don't know who needs to hear this, so I'm gonna lean a little bit closer. Setting boundaries does not mean that you are trying to disrespect other people. It does not mean that you are trying to hurt other people. Setting boundaries is specific for yourself, because when you say yes to things that you really wanna say no to, you feel a sense of disappointment inside. When you allow for yourself to engage in things that you really know you should not or don't want to be engaging in for the sake of other people, that's a disappointment inside. When you allow for people to emotionally break you in a sense because you allowed for them to cross a boundary that you knew you weren't comfortable with, that disappoints you at the end. So setting boundaries is not to disrespect or upset or intimidate or anything like that any other people. It's specifically to make sure that you are protected and you are well serving yourself. The next thing that I wrote down, and this is number 5, okay, under emotional and like mental well-being, unplug from social media. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are just tired of looking at a screen, or I feel like I might have scrolled too much, or I feel like I might have been looking for too much. As a content creator, I'm constantly on my phone. As a person who does business primarily on social media or on emails even, I am always on my phone. So to unplug and just put my phone down or turn off my laptop or put my iPad away, not edit a video, not be looking at a screen of any sort, is a form of self-care because it allows for me to rest my brain and almost like shut my life in that sense off and focus on the things that I can actually touch, right? That are right in front of me. So for some people, they use social media in different ways. You might literally get in a rabbit hole of scrolling. You might not even have anything to do with building a business on there. You might just be in a rabbit hole looking at what's going on because there's so much happening in the world and it's all being posted on social media, whether it's people's highlight reels or a drama page that's posting something. There's so much going on for people to just tune into on social media that sometimes it can be a form of self-care to just put your phone down, put your iPads down, put all your devices down and just be in the moment with the things that are happening around you. Number 6, which is one of the best. I know I keep saying the best. Number 6 is praying and meditating. I definitely pray. I definitely love to have those moments where I know it is silent other than myself, my thoughts. Okay, sometimes I'll be trying to take my thoughts out of it so that they don't distract me, but me and God and the word. Like praying, reading my Bible, like talking to God about what it is that I need from him, talking to God about how I'm thankful for the things that he's doing in my life, talking to God about how I'm confused because I don't know what's going on in my life, like just praying and getting things out. I am learning that people will allow for you to talk to them, but people don't necessarily care about what you are talking about. And so to be able to talk to a God who is always listening and who cannot just listen but can answer your prayers, baby, I don't want to get too spiritual on y'all, but prayer is that thing, okay? When you have nobody and sometimes you even feel like you don't have yourself, you always have your words, you always have God, and you always have the ability to open up your mouth and speak. So don't ever let what's going on around you silence you from praising a God who can change and do so much more than you sitting silent or you speaking to somebody else. And number 7 under this category of mental and emotional well-being is forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself, I feel like, is the first step to allowing yourself to move on from the thing that you're trying to forget or act like doesn't exist at all. You have to acknowledge it because you just don't want to be held hostage of something that you could easily let go. Whether it's mom guilt, wife guilt, mistakes that you have made with other people, acknowledge the issue, acknowledge what you've learned from the issue, and allow for yourself to be freed. Girl, God has forgiven us for literally everything, the things that we have not even done yet, okay? So why can we not forgive ourselves? think about that one. That's a big one. Okay, now the next category that we are going to be going into is body and health. We only get one body, we only get one life, and we want to make sure that we are taking care of this space that we are occupying for as long as we are here. So number 8, take a 10-minute walk. Whether it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just get your body moving around, and like getting some fresh air allows for you to clear your mind. And I don't know if this has been proven scientifically, but it's something about being outside and like getting like some sunlight, just getting some natural lighting, getting some good air that just helps for your body to be able to flow naturally. So take 10 minutes out of your day to go outside and just walk. Do some type of moving of your body. Drink more water. I will be the first person to say, and I've heard people talk about people who say this, but I don't care. You can talk about me, you can screenshot it. I don't like water because it don't taste like nothing. The only time that I really can say that like, oh my gosh, like I love water, I love how water tastes, is if I'm super thirsty. Because when I'm at the gym in that sauna, girl, I'll be feeling dehydrated and I be needing to add some hydration to my body. Even if you have to put lemon, that's what I had to start doing, putting lemon, putting some type of like fruit in there, cucumber, like something to give it a little bit of flavor. But water is important. It's okay to drink other things, but make sure you're drinking more water than anything else. Like hydrating your body is super important. Stretch or do a quick home workout. Some people don't like to go to the gym. Some people don't like taking walks outside. Some people find it hard to move their body. So if you can just dedicate yourselves to a few minutes a day to stretch, like putting your hands up in the air, like moving your arms from side to side, like stretching down low, stretching your legs, stretching out your back, like doing something so that your body doesn't get stiff. I feel like mobility is one of the key things to feeling young and staying young. To me, that's pretty important. I feel like it's just important to move and stay active in any way that you possibly can. Take deep breaths. This is something that I was doing unintentionally, but when I started going to therapy and my therapist talked about how important it is to take deep breaths and re-regulate yourself, like get your emotions and your nervous system under control, that helps for you to practice emotional control. It helps you to practice self-control. It helps for your body to understand that you are trying to decompress in some type of way, and it just helps you to become calmer. So taking deep breaths in through your nose, holding it for 4 seconds, and blowing out through your mouth. I don't know what that does, but mentally it does something, and it helps you to feel more lighter and calmer. Number 12, get enough sleep. This was literally on my January micro habit video when I was talking about the goals that I want to have starting in January and just this year in 2025 period. My sleep schedule, I don't want to say it sucks, but like I definitely am not like that 7, 8, 9 hours a night girl. Like I go to sleep late, and when I'm talking about late, I mean sometimes I might fall asleep at 11, sometimes my late might be 1:30 pushing 2 o'clock, still trying to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock to have my little alone time in the morning as a mom, and then help the girls get ready for school, take them to school, and full-time stay-at-home mom, you know, full-time content creator, full-time entrepreneur. That life just starts over every single morning, but I don't be getting the type of sleep that I need to get at night. And when you're not getting enough sleep, again, you start to feel sick. I feel like it's almost just as equal as in like your water intake. You start feeling sick, you start feeling agitated, you start feeling drowsy and just drained, and your energy is super low. Prioritizing your sleep, even if you literally have to turn everything off, which sometimes I have to do that, and I might toss for a little bit. Sometimes I have to put rain sounds on, okay? I have the rain sounds on for my daughters, and I just be having to listen to it myself because I know sometimes that I need to go to sleep and I choose not to. Therefore, when I'm waking up early in the morning, I sometimes regret it, okay? So I'm just working on that more this year for self-care. Self-care is rest. You deserve rest. You need rest. You don't have to earn rest. You get you some rest tonight, okay? And then number 13 I wrote down is dancing. That's like number 3 when it comes to moving your body. Turn your favorite song on and get to dancing. If you're angry and you hear your favorite song come on, or if you're frustrated or if you're sad and you hear your favorite song come on, it's like it tricks your brain into thinking there's nothing wrong at all. And all you're gonna wanna do is move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body. Okay, this next category is self-care and relaxation tips, okay? So this is number 14 now that we are on out of the 28 ways that you can love yourself in February, and every month after that, take a long shower or a bath. I want to insert taking a long hot shower, because comment below if you're like me and you almost want to be like when you're in the shower. If I'm not doing, it's not hot enough and we need to turn that thing up. If my skin is not red, if I do not see the smoke, the water is not hot enough and we need to turn that thing up. When you have kids, I know that it's not always easy to do that, but if you have older kids, you're able to kind of sneak away for a little bit. Finding that time, finding that window, whether it's when the kids are at school, whether you have to wait until the kids go to bed at night, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you have a baby at home when the baby's taking a nap, like finding that time to just get that uninterrupted time, because it just relaxes your body and it also allows for you to simultaneously like reset your mind, and you just feel relaxed and you just feel good and you just feel chill and you just feel calm. So I love me a good long hot shower, especially when they are uninterrupted. The next one is a DIY spa at home. You can literally do this by lighting a candle, giving yourself some type of facial, some type of skincare routine, maybe painting your nails and your toes, just pouring into yourself, making your body feel good so that naturally you feel good. Number 16, and this one kind of goes with number 15, when you look good, you feel good. So put on a cute outfit. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't have to be in your pajamas all day. If you go and work, at the office, you can get jazzed up and dressed up to go to the office. Like when you look good, 9 times out of 10, people are giving you compliments, but scratch a compliment. When you throw on something that you know you look cute in, when you do your hair, when you do your makeup, when you throw on some accessories and you know you look good because you actually took the time to put the work into yourself, girl, you don't even need the compliments. You know you look good anyway. So doll yourself up and make yourself feel good because you've made yourself look good. Listen to your favorite music or a good podcast. I feel like that already goes in alignment with what I said about turning on your favorite song, because it kind of just makes you forget about whatever has you frustrated or in your feelings in the first place. But when you're listening to something that feeds your mind, or you're listening to something that sounds good for you, it just helps you to be in a good mood. So turning on something that's going to feed your brain and make you feel good in any type of way. The next thing I wrote down is read a book, something that has a really good storyline, whether it's true or false, but something that can allow for you to kind of like escape from life a little bit and kind of like dive into a new adventure. Like put yourself into the book. I am not much of a book reader. I like to listen to things, but I'm challenging myself to finish whatever book that I pick up. I'm not gonna say I'm reading it, but I currently have a book called Crazy Faith by Pastor Michael Todd that I started reading and I never finished. So that's my goal. I want to say in February. Y'all hold me to that, hold me accountable, but that is my goal, to finish that book, and any other book that I have sitting on my desk, to open those books and get those books read as well. The next one is sit outside for a little bit. I think we kind of already touched on this when I talked about just going outside for a walk. Being outside and getting some fresh air, whether it's sunny outside or it's raining and you're able to sit in an area where you're not getting wet, I feel like in a way it kind of again makes your body feel relaxed, because you're kind of just like enjoying the nature and being present in the moment of what it is that you already see, on top of you being in fresh air and not inside of the house or inside of an office or inside of a restaurant, for example. Just inside of anywhere that has 4 walls, you're out and you are enjoying the air and whatever else is around you, in front of you, like in a nature setting. Number 20, which is the last one of this category of relaxation and self-care, is giving yourself compliments. compliments, okay? Telling yourself that you look good. What we're not doing in February or in 2025 period or beyond is waiting on people to give us compliments. We're not waiting on people to tell us that they like our outfit. We're not waiting on people to compliment our nails, our hair, or our makeup. We're not waiting on people to acknowledge an accomplishment or a huge goal that we have succeeded with. We are giving ourselves compliments because the highest form of love, I feel like, is how you love yourself and not how you're waiting on others to love you. Now, the last set of ways that you can love yourself, I have broken down in a category called joy and creativity. So number 21 is engage in a hobby, whether it's cooking or crafting or writing something down or painting something. Like, just engage in something that makes you feel excited that you're doing it, allows you to be creative while you're doing it, just bringing some type of joy to you while you're doing it. The next one that I wrote down is decluttering a space. I don't care if it's a drawer in your kids' rooms. I don't care if it's a closet, girl. I don't care what it is. There is something that you know that you can declutter, and I don't know about you guys, but when you have a clean space, you feel like your mind is clean and your mind is clear. So find something to declutter, find something that you can clean up a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that's going to bring you some joy in some type of way. So the next thing that I came up with, you guys, is trying something new, but a new hobby or a new recipe. I feel like sometimes we can want to just stay in our bubble. Like, for me, at least, I want to cook the things that I know how to cook. I want to do the activities that might not be so scary. But this year, I want to try to do something that's new. Whether I'm looking up a recipe out of like a cookbook or on TikTok or something, or I'm engaging in like an outside activity that might be new for me. I just want to do something new, something fun, and like challenge myself in a different way. Create a vision board, dream big, allow for yourself to get excited about things that you would love to accomplish or love to obtain in life, and just get creative and get fun with it. Like, remind yourself of the goals that you have and remind yourself of the things that you might not have, but you know if you work hard, you can obtain those things. Number 25 is to take more pictures, whether it's of yourself or like things that you're doing. Take more pictures so that you are able to remind yourself of the memories that you've created, and you always have something that you can look back on. The next one is do a fun activity with your kids. Insert whatever fun activity you can think of, whether you're doing it at home or you're spending minimal money. I know for me, I have 3 kids plus my husband plus me, so might not always look like spending money. It can literally be a game board or like a coloring activity that we're doing at home. The point of the matter is just kind of disconnecting from the seriousness of life and coming together and just doing something that, again, you are creating memories and you're having fun while doing it. Speaking of activities, the next one that I have on here is planning a date night. Date night can be with your spouse, date night can be with a best friend, date night can be just solo by yourself. Any time spent that's quality time and intentional time qualifies under self-care. And then number 28, which is a big one, is celebrate yourself. I don't know how many times I've said this in this video, but we are not waiting for other people to celebrate us, compliment us, validate us. We are showing up, we are getting things done, we are accomplishing things, and we are celebrating ourselves. We're pouring into ourselves with our own words, because again, if we're waiting on other people to do it and they don't do it, then that creates some type of disappointment. And the last thing we want to do is disappoint ourselves because we put something in somebody else's hands and we left them responsible for doing something that we could do for ourselves. So acknowledge your wins, big or small, and be proud of yourself on your journey, whatever that is. So those are the 28 ways that you can love on yourself in February and any month after that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't done this yet, make sure you go subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys on Sunday for the next video. Peace.